If your team is negative, maybe you just need to be a gardener. A while back, an ad agency hired me to do two things: help with the morale and create a better product. I loved the opportunity and I thought it wouldn't be that difficult. Once I was there, I realized, it was a big problem. The whole team that I was working with was all negative. Everything was negative. There were lists of problems and complaints. But I soon realized that the alpha employee in the group was the naysayer. He was negative. He was the one that was coming up with complaints. And the other employees that were working with him were playing back the complaints because he was the alpha employee. He was also the most talented person I had in my group. And so I was really afraid what I knew I had to do. I had to get rid of him. A few minutes later, I had him come into my office. He started up the conversation though. Hey, I haven't been paid in a long time. I'm worth a lot more than I am. Listen, if I don't get paid enough, I might just have to leave. I paused for a second and I said, you are really the most talented here, but I am going to have to let you go. And he was freaked. And so was the rest of the team when he walked out and he says, I'm fired. He gathered up his stuff and he left. And by the next day, the whole morale had started to change. People were no longer texting complaints or out loudly saying this is awful or the process sucks. They were starting to work together because the new alpha employee that came into place had some ideas about how to make some changes. And he was positive. And he was a great social connector with all the rest of my team. And before you know it, everybody was a lot happier. And the product was much better as well. So if you have a team member that is dragging everybody else down with his complaining and whining, you know what you're going to have to do. Even though he may be the most talented one you have, you're going to have to prune him.